Okay, by doing so, we're moving it around.
Yeah, but then the oil pump in the engine will start working and start putting oil up and around everywhere else, you know? So.
Where is his old bird there? There we go.
This was a little hard to hit.
Yeah, that oil filter and the coil don't make it easy, really.
Yeah.
You end up spilling more than you...
In a hot rod, this is usually mounted on the firewall.
You
know, out of the way.
Okay.
Now we need to mix it up.
Mix some more. So we're going to fill the middle one of
marble.
All right. Shot of ATF.
That's our lubricant.
All right, we're off to making a Long Island iced tea. There we go. With some ATF. There you go. The magic mixture.
Okay.
All right.
So crank it over again.
Okay.
A few times.
Try more mixture. All right.
Just kind of, you have to be patient a little bit at a time. Be careful to start blasting stuff out of it.
Oh, that's why I'm standing back here and filming you from this angle.
See how much better it was?
Yeah.
What's the fan hitting?
Shouldn't be hitting anything.
Or something hanging down?
I think it's just the sound of the fan. Go again.
I hear it hitting something. It's clanking on something. Is it bent? One of them bent?
That might be the case because I don't see it.
Watch out. Just bump it a little bit.
Yep, there it is. It's bent. Hold on a second.
Pull it out just a tad. Not much.
Okay, go.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, much better. It's throwing shit everywhere. All right, more stuff?
More stuff.
More stuff. Okay.
This is how you bring an engine back to life.
There you are, Doctor. Well, we got 3 more after this. So 4 if you count the one in my backyard. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Cheers.
This is for
let me get you the funnel.
This is from
There
this
you
side.
go. The wild side there.
You can put this concoction on all the nuts and bolts all over the place.
Oh, it's getting there.
And then over time, it'll creep down in there and we'll be able to get them off.
Oh, good.
Now see, this head's got studs with nuts on there.
And you crank them down. Flatheads fascinate me. I've never really...
Well, you should...
My father complained about them all the time.
I don't know why you don't come out to 35th and Northern.
I'm going to have to on Friday night.
My buddies, there's 2 of them have Swedish running flatheads, and once you see them and hear them, you won't.
Oh, they run like a charm, you know.
And both of them, they just barely touch the starter, and they fire up.
They just fire right up.
And then they run so smooth. And that, I don't know, did you see that video I made?
Yeah, the one with the where you got the one like mater. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was. That one turned out good. It was the same deal. I bought it at a swap meet, and then I went through this whole process with it.
Oh.
And
this process that we're doing now?
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And
well, how many flatheads do you have? You've got the 2 over there. You've got 1 in the trailer that's all set to go. You have like 9 of them.
Not in the trailer.
Yeah, you get the Model A in there. That sweet one with the tiger. Oh.
That's a Chevy V6.
I won't tell anybody you put a Chevy engine in a Ford. Your secret's safe with me.
I've been doing that all the time.
I know.
I've been doing it since I was a teenager.
Hey, the purists lose their shit when they hear about that.
I don't care.
I know.
I do what I like.
I think it's funny.
It's my ride.
Yeah.
It's my money.
You didn't put any money on this. You don't get to tell me what engine I could put in here and what I can't. Okay, here we go. Okay? Stuff flying. It's turning. Yay! way. Saw it here first, folks. It's blowing this way. Yuck.
Okay, so here's the next steps. Okay, we need to pull this off. That's your sending unit for the oil pressure.
Okay.
And put a mechanical oil pressure gauge.
To see if the pump is still...
See if the oil pressure's coming up.
Okay.
So when we're cranking like that, we should see oil pressure.
Okay.
The other thing we need to do now is drain that old oil because it's been diluted with this mixture.
All the stuff, and it's been sitting for 30 years.
Yeah. So drain the old oil, but drain it into a super clean pan. And then so you can do forensics on the old oil. See if there's any chunks of metal in there, if there's rust in there, if there's water in there. And then run the old oil through a paint filter.
Yeah.
Like you do when you paint. Run it through a paint filter so you can
see if there's gunk.
What's in there.
All right.
So that's forensic, so it tells you a lot. Okay? And then the next thing is pull this carburetor off and put it in a gallon of, don't take it apart, just take it off.
Just take it off from the base, from the
base
intake manifold.
And stick it into a gallon of premium gas.
Okay. And
let it sit for a few weeks. And then take it out, blow it all off, put it back on, and
it should go.
Run fuel to it, and we can good to go.
Well, this older model stuff is very resilient.
Need a 12-volt coil. Now this probably, I'm not positive, but
or just get a 8 or 6-volt battery. I have one of those at home that Pete gave me.
Yeah, but we'll have much better success of it running. The points don't care.
Okay. They really don't care at all how much voltage you put in there.
Yeah, the points and
condensers.
The condenser should be changed, but that's right. But the points and the condenser is not a big deal, but the coil can't count. So you want a 12-volt coil, and then the spark plugs don't care.
Wow, we need at least one new one.
The wire?
Yeah. Oh, the wires, yes.
Oh,
but
plug, yeah.
One plug snapped. The wires, I'm pretty sure we need. These are the original wires, aren't they? I mean, they look.
Yeah. So we'll put another round of juice in and then button it up.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to make your list, or it's on your.
It's on the video. I can just watch it again, and everything you told me is here.
This pulls off. I've got an oil pressure gauge I just took out of my pickup.
Oh, okay.
With the hose on it already, so it just screwed in the same spot.
Well, now that we know that this is actually worth messing with, this is going to come off and go into this one. Well, so we'll be able to
start it up in place first.
Okay, sure. That's the best thing to do. Everybody says.
This is test stand.
Yes.
Okay.
And so far the tests are successful.
And I don't know where you find it, but if you can find some water pump lube, or what they call water soluble oil, like a machine shop uses it.
Okay.
You need they used to sell cooling system lubricant, but I haven't been able to find it lately.
Okay.
So what you want is distilled water and water pump lubricant in the water and pour it down in here so it gets down in these water pumps and
because
that stuff up.
They've been sitting, and the guys were saying too that was Lynn was telling me everything, and it's like almost exactly what you're telling me, but they were more focused on the water pumps and the fact that the water pumps are probably bad. Now, and we don't know without
until you run it.
Exactly, that's the same thing he said too.
One of these radiators can be stuck up here and hose mounted.
Well, hey, if you, I mean, this is today and tomorrow, man.
No, there's some holes here.
That's where the radiator mounts go.
Well, no.
Because I've got this radiator and that other one.
These mounted to the.
This is a 6, though.
Yeah, but these mounted to the core support. But this one would.
That one's the one we're gonna have to use because that's the only 8 I have.
So we need to.
The other one's a 6, apparently. It goes into that one.
So we can bolt a piece of metal to this that comes up, and then another piece of metal that comes over to picks up the radiator. You might be able to use some of these rods I saw.
Okay, I'm just super happy this thing's turning over. This is a win-win day.
Like this.
Okay.
So have two uprights coming up, and then have these come in and hold the top of the radiator. So you got that
Yeah,
radiator,
there's.
see the things on the side?
Yeah, the grooves.
So we can mount it that way.
All right.
You follow me?
Yes.
We need a couple pieces of metal about this tall that we can drill and match these holes. Come
Okay.
up this way.
And then just bolt it right on there.
And take those bars I just showed you and go from this down to that metal.
Okay.
Because this bolted to the radiator support.
Okay.
In early years, like my 40 Ford, these had a cab that came out here and it sat on a thing like the motor. Okay, so the clutch is still all the way in. I'll let it back out. And it's in neutral.
Oh, good.
So that'll come back to there. So I put the clutch in so we're not running the drivetrain.
Right. We don't want to do
So
that.
we get some lubricant down these water pump holes.
We got. I'll go get some of that. I don't know. If you can't find it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Do we want to put more stuff in there before we put the plugs about? Okay.
We're going to make another round.
Well, cool. Thank you. Holy crap. Another round of juice. Another round of luber juice.
Sit in there this time.
Yes. Well, I think letting it sit in there for months, almost a year.
Well, yeah, but now it's got spread around.
Yeah.
So sitting in there, it's sitting on top of the pistons and leaking down, but not uniformly. But now that we've cranked it, it's gotten spread around.
It was throwing stuff everywhere, that's for sure.
So that's better.
Absolutely.